there, friends. Today we're going to talk about expression pedals because one of the ways I have figured out how to make my rig more compact, more portable, easier to travel in a city, a big city like London, and this could apply to any city, and get on the tube, the subway, the bus, whatever it is you use in a metropolitan area. I just found that during rush hour, which is when you're headed to the gig for sound check and whatever, carrying more than a couple things and not having your hands free to grab the rails and bump into people, and then you're dragging stuff, and then, when your stop comes, you've got 3 bags there and you got to grab them real fast and run off the train. No. I figured out a way to do this, and in the second video, you will see me demonstrating that particular rig, which all fits in a tiny bag, which I will show you right now. Hold on. So in the second video, I will describe a little commuter bag, and that's this. And it has, straps that you can use as a backpack, but it also has one of these, so I can wheel it along. It's really small, but it'll fit the pedal board that you'll see in the second video. The first video, which I'm going to show you now, is my assortment, my coterie of freaking expression pedals. Now, there's one missing from this video, and that is the Boss dual expression. It's got 2 outputs. I don't know where it is. I know it's around somewhere, but when you live in London, you're jamming stuff in every crevice. It could be in our storage room. We have a 125 square foot storage room to put stuff that I couldn't fit here in the storage. We've talked about this before. So anyway, this is the assortment of expression pedals I use and will continue to use. They're all great in their own way, but you want to think about what their purpose is. So I can use a smaller board, which you'll see in the second video, but that only works if I can control different parameters with the expression pedal. So that's where it becomes really useful, and I really love the mini pedals. As far as the minis go, I've tried them all. The EXP001 from Mellow is pretty good, but it doesn't have a lot of range to the draw. It works. It's pretty good. But the Sonic Cake V Express, I now have 3 of those. They're pretty terrific. They've got a little bit more draw, or a lot more draw, than the Mellow EXP001. They also can be used as a volume pedal, which brings me to my next one, and my all-time favorite is the Dunlop Mini X EXP volume pedal expression. I've only ever used it for expression. I did use it for a volume pedal when I first got it. Didn't really care for it as a volume pedal, but as an expression pedal, oh my God, so fantastic. So what I want you to think about is maybe in this case, using less pedals and a smaller board is not crimping my style. You know what I mean? It's not holding me back in any way. It's actually allowing me to use these little mini expression pedals, which I can throw into a backpack. I also bring a little amp. I wish I had it around here. I use the little mini Katana for rehearsals, because we all sit in a circle and we're in a small room. And for gigs, I'll use the little Supro tube amp, the 1604, I think it is. But I also have the Mighty Max, I think it's called, by Vintage 47, and that's a little bit smaller than the Supro, but I like the way it sounds even better. So that I will have to carry. If I'm playing a gig, I might, get one of my bandmates to pick me up in a car, but I still want to travel light because I have to go home on the tube. So just think about maybe getting more out of your pedals, more out of your rig, more out of a compact pedal board by using expression pedals. And furthermore, and I'll talk about this in the second video you're just about to see, it's going to be part of this video, this is just the lead in, that sometimes the fancy expression pedal isn't the right one for the job, because whatever the range that you're programming for that effect might work with a cheaper, smaller pedal. So just give that some thought. Anyway, take a look at this, and then we'll have a little discussion afterwards. I'd love to hear what you have to say, but I love the idea of using less pedals, doing less work, less stomping, less tap dancing, and just letting my feet do all the work and play. And it really works great, and it's portable. So check this out and then give me your thoughts. I'm really intrigued to hear what you have to say about this. Okay, and I'm doing this on my phone because the camera mic is obviously screwed up since I had to reshoot a video, and the other videos are messed up audio and in and out, and I'll figure it out. But I just wanted to show you, this is my current take-to-gig situation. Multiple expression pedals to go with this video on expression pedals that we were talking about. And this board, this one here, is one I talked about a couple of years ago. I think this one's the Coco, but there was another brand. I think they were both Korean. I'm not sure. And they're 14 by 11. That 14 by 11, I can fit in a little like commuter rolly thing with a handle that I can take. It's not a full suitcase. It's a little like a commuter would put like a change of clothes and their laptop in it. But I can fit this board into it. I can fit the Hotone. I can fit a little mini amp in my backpack, and I can fit all the expression pedals and volume pedal. This expression pedal won't fit, but I'm thinking of redoing that anyway because, and here's a lesson about expression pedals. So, you know, the beauty of these expression pedals from Germany is they give you the full linear from 0 to 100, and not all expression pedals do. But the lesson here is maybe you don't need the full draw. And what I mean by that is that perhaps, depending on the device, you only want it to do a specific thing. So, maybe you want it to go from 50 to 100, or maybe you want it to go from 0 to 100 right away, which some expression pedals do. So I would say program based on your needs and what you can afford and what you can get. A mistake I made is I used to have 3 of these, and I got rid of one, and I just had to rebuy one, which will be here today. And that's going to take the place of this, which was running to the tensor and the sending. But it's not doing what I want it to do because of the full linear pull. So even though it's, high class and doing the full linear, it's not what I want it to do, nor I programmed the sending based on one of these. So that responds better to one of these, which is why I bought another one. And the tensor responds really well to the old Blood Noise slider. And I'm kind of used to using the slider with the tensor. So, I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, of course, there's always the pedal brains expression, the random expression. That can work really well. That works great with the Chase Bliss Outward and anything that's doing granular that takes expression, because it's mixing it up and doing it in random patterns, which you can see at their website, because each preset or I don't know how they refer to it, but you click up and down, and there's many different types of patterns you can do with the pedal brains, and you just choose what you like. There's hundreds, I think, to choose from. I have it set for right now what I like, but I don't mind going up and down randomly and seeing where it goes. Right now, I'm not going to be using that. So I have up to 7 different expression pedals that will be in effect. And this one is for the Hotone, which I have set to make it do wah or speed on the vibrato, or if I need the delay, which I probably don't because I have 2 delays here. This one is really a trick delay. I use this for various weird things, and then that one for reverb and delay. And I control the feedback with the one marked NUX. But if I need delay, I can have the feedback adjusted here if I turn it on the Hotone. And there's a lot of things I have it programmed for depending on the preset. So this rig will fit in a little commuter bag, a little rolly, more importantly, commuter bag. And then I just need to take my lap steel, some cables, and throw a little tiny amp, a little practice amp into my backpack with the expression pedals. And the expression pedals give me a ton of control, which makes a smaller board like this far more versatile than just the 7 pedals you see. And I don't always have the red snapper from Menatone on. That's my extra little grit thing. So you're really talking about 6 pedals. But if I have expression for all of them, it's really useful. The mood, I have it set in a dip switch if I connect an expression pedal, but I don't usually use it because I have very specific needs for the mood, and I prefer to not complicate that any further. So there you go. That's how I'm using the expression pedals. But again, the important lesson here is it's great to have really, really high quality expression pedals that go from 0 to 100 in a linear fashion, but maybe that's not what you need too. And also whatever you've programmed your device with, it might respond better. So think about that. But you can't have enough expression pedals. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I hadn't gotten rid of some. The bigger ones I don't mind, but the mini ones, super duper useful. So let me know what you think.